The Atlanta Braves out on a road trip in the Midwest taking on the St. Louis Cardinals at Busch Stadium as the Cardinals sent out right-hander Alex Reyes, making his 19th start of the season, 4-10 with a 6.25 ERA. And in the top half of the first inning, the Braves get things started with a double off the bat of Dansby Swanson, hits into the right center field gap, gets himself into second base, sliding head first. So he's on second. Next batter up is Freddie Freeman, who clobbers one over the head of the right fielder Piscotty, but Swanson was not sure if it was going to be caught, so he had to be a bit of delayed tagging up. And then he does manage to score, though, just barely past the tag of Molina, and it's a 1-0 Braves lead. Braves weren't done at the top of the first, though, as Marwin Gonzalez then comes up, hits one down the left field line, gets up against the wall. Freeman scores with ease. RBI double for Marwin Gonzalez. 2-0 Braves. Still top half of the first inning, Corey Spangenberg goes up the middle, hits off Reyes' leg, coming back around on the windup, and he gets himself a single. So runners on the corners now as Murphy hits one into right center field, bloops in front of Piscotty, and he tries to turn it into two. One run does come in, but Murphy is gunned down at second. It's 3-0 Braves. Move on to the bottom half of the fourth now as they skip ahead a bit. Julio Teheran on the mound for the Braves. Still 3-0 is the score as Diaz hits one down the left field line, hits off of the wall in left field foul territory, holds him to a single, so he's on first with one out. Then Piscotty grounds into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play as Swanson makes a nice play to start that. Move on to the bottom half of the sixth, where DeJesus comes on to pinch hit for Reyes and gets one past Gong at third base for a single. So DeJesus on first. Next batter up is Colton Wong, who's going to hit one over the head of Josh Harrison in right field. Lands in the field of play, bounces out of play into the stands. Ground rule double, so DeJesus cannot score. Now it's second and third, but he is going to score on this as Freeman makes an error on the easy ground ball to him by Carpenter. So 3-1 is the score now. And then Diaz back to the plate in this inning. He's going to pop one up into right field. Harrison's there to put it away, but the runner from third and Wong does tag up to make it a 3-2 game. Ian Kroll then came on for the Braves in the bottom half of the seventh inning, where Randall Grichuk is going to hit one into right center field. Harrison gets to it quickly, though, but Grichuk does still have a double. So he's on second base. That brings up Jed Jorko is the next batter, and he's going to hit one right back to Kroll. Fields tries to go to third with it with the heads-up play, but they cannot get him, so instead it's runners on the corners with nobody out, and Molina comes in clutch with a single down the left field line. They're going to drive a runner in, tie the game up at 3 for the Cardinals. They were not done in the bottom of the seventh as the pitcher then bunted runners over second and third. They tried to get, but they are not going to get it as the runner at second gets thrown out, so it's runners on the corners with one out, and then a possible double play ball, but Swanson on the spin cannot get the runner at first as his fleet feet beat it out. So instead it's 4-3 as we move on to the top half of the eighth, where the Braves come to the plate. Inciarte hits one into the hole. Diaz with a nice throw to first, but Inciarte is too fast, so he's on first. Then a perfectly executed hit and run as Inciarte is going to score all the way from first on an RBI double from Dansby Swanson, who has been delivering the RBI doubles as of recently. Ties the game up at 4, and then Freeman hits one up the middle for a single. Swanson scores from second, and it's an RBI single for Freeman to give the Braves a 5-4 lead. They're back on top. And then Marwin Gonzalez bloops one right in front of the right fielder Piscotty. First and second for the Braves, brings on Kevin Segrist out of the pen. A passed pit ball past Molina, moved the runners up to second and third. And then Segrist once again, this time in the dirt, bounces away from Molina, and it scores Freeman from third. It's now a 2-run lead for the Braves, 6-4. Spangenberg at the plate, pops one up into left field, still in the top half of the eighth. Diving play by the left fielder. Gonzalez tries to test him, but he gets up quickly and gets it in quickly. So Margot is gunned down at the plate, still 6-4. David Robertson then comes on to the bottom half of the ninth and gets Wong to pop up with 2 outs to left field, as Spangenberg puts it away for the final out of the game as the Atlanta Braves come away with the victory here in St. Louis over the Cardinals by a score of 6-4. Braves improve to 55-36, while the Cardinals drop to 41-50. Dansby Swanson gets player of the game honors. He was 2 for 4 on the day with 2 RBI doubles. He also scored on the day. Freeman was 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBI. Marwin Gonzalez was also 2 for 4. Ian Kroll gets the win. D-Rob with the save, and Brett Cecil gets the loss for the Cardinals. 6-4 is your final. And with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of Atlanta Braves Baseball. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.
She said it's all gonna end, and it might as well be my fault. And she only sleeps when